Hello there and welcome to another episode of Cookiecast. Today on Cookiecast it's the NFL podcast. This is week 21 technically. The only thing that was happening in week 21 was the Pro Bowl happened. But more importantly, we preview the upcoming Super Bowl. So see what we think about the upcoming game, see what we think about the upcoming teams, see what about stats and... the bets, basically, the big money bets. So see what we think to that. This is Cookiecast NFL Podcast Week 21. Okay.
Yeah. Sit down.
A plethora.
Flashy.
Big blue lines.
You want me to introduce it again?
Oh, Jesus. So, me and Leanne did a podcast last night. Just a little one, just a mini one. Keep our hand in.
When you say mini,
keep it fresh. It was like 40 minutes.
That's definitely not mini.
It was just, knock it out, get it done.
Still talking about the podcast, yeah?
And had a little chat, job's done. But, as is often the case, I started over there. She was sat here. So I'm clicking all the buttons.
Oh!
Next thing I can hear is, welcome to Cookiecast. I'll be your host. This is my glamorous assistant. I'm like, hang on a minute, what's happening? So I sat down and I was like, I'll just cut that off the beginning, yeah. Carried on. Today we're talking. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. But on this podcast, it is Cookiecast, the NFL podcast. Try not to look as fat.
Me too.
I had a jumper. I was going to say, I had a hat.
I'd seen my Giants hat that I used to bring for the first couple of weeks staring me in the face as I was leaving the house, and I
Giving you a finger as you were leaving the house.
Forgot to bring it with me, like a common fool.
I can offer you a foam head or a Seahawks
I
cap.
really have no desire to put that on my head.
It's great.
I just know how heavy it is.
Super heavy. Like me. So, let's get stuck into the Pro Bowl.
Who won?
AFC.
Oh.
By a country mile by something. I think the NFC only scored one touchdown.
So, just so we're clear, this is not a podcast to discuss the Pro Bowl because two years running I attempted to sit down and watch the Pro Bowl. The first year, full-blown success because I was like, well, it has to be done. You get to see
honestly thought you were going to say full-blown AIDS there. Full-blown AIDS.
I got full-blown AIDS from watching the Pro Bowl.
It
feels like that's a possible thing. The second year, I sat down to watch the Pro Bowl and I got halfway through and went, why am I watching this again? Because it has no relevance. It doesn't matter who wins. It's not real football. They can't touch each other. It's the weirdest thing.
So far, all I've seen on Twitter is everyone just going, it's the only all-star game so obviously all the American sports have this all-star game, don't they? And they said it's the only all-star game where no one cares about the result.
I said that there was that picture of America, and it was like all the Chiefs states, and then
Patriots fans, Chiefs fans,
and then the Patriots was just New England. Yeah. The one I saw last week was here is a room, and it was like completely white, but it was completely empty. It was like, this is a room which has all of the people that care about the Pro Bowl in it. I was like,
I imagine even the players aren't that bothered because the amount of players that pull out due to injuries.
I got injured getting out of the bath this morning. It's a torn toenail.
Torn bollock.
Yeah, ripped a bollock. Can't come. Sorry. Lols. Sorry. Signed. Antonio
Lols.
Brown.
WTF.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Pro Bowl discussed.
Yep, moving on.
Moving swiftly on.
So we are moving on to discuss what will be almost definitely a mediocre Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's not.
This looks good. Juicy.
So we've got the Super Bowl preview to talk about. The preview of the Super Bowl featuring. You know, this is one of the only jerseys that I've got that doesn't. It doesn't sort of, you know. There's no. You got your arm.
I don't know where he's going with this.
No.
You got that. You got your name on the back. But other than that,
Oh, it's got no team logo.
doesn't have like a logo. It doesn't have like.
There's no discernible thing to tell you this is actually the Green Bay Packers.
Apart from it being the Green Bay Packers colours.
Yeah. So on some of the Rams ones,
Because
it sometimes says
Rams.
but that's not even the road jersey. I think that's a throwback jersey. So the throwback jerseys, as far as I'm aware, never tend to have any stuff on it unless they did when they were actually playing the first time. Because I think that's the whole point of the throwback jersey. Whereas on the Packers jerseys, it doesn't say anything about it being the Packers.
No, because I was thinking about my Packers one. I was like, Packers one doesn't say.
Same
anything.
with the Cowboys home jersey. It's the white one. Just it doesn't even have the star. The white one just has the similar thing to this.
Yeah,
The sort of the
I
badge.
nearly put the Cowboys jersey on and was like, don't know why I would have done that. Other than trying to get as far away from the teams that are playing in the final. But I thought this week I'd change it up and go with a team that's in the final.
Well, if you've got the jersey, you might as well wear it. And let's be fair, if you'd have walked through that door wearing a Tom Brady jersey, I would have thrown you back through the same door.
I would have put my Gronkowski jersey on if I was probably going to.
Well, the question is, Andy, do you own a Tom Brady jersey?
I do not and never will.
That is that.
I don't know.
Is that true?
If I needed to start a fire, maybe.
True. I'm almost certain he does.
My favourite.
It's in a frame. You can't wear it.
Is that true?
Well, yeah, it's got a signed picture of Tom Brady in one corner, the
Grinning.
certificate in the other.
Picture of his fist with
So-
his ring.
so
Him
the
giving it
best-
this.
The best thing that I've seen has to be the famous picture of Tom Brady wearing all 5 rings, and it just says the Rams, the only team that can possibly stop Thanos from getting the 6th Infinity Stone. And I'm like, oh my god, I never looked at it that way before. Very true.
And that's scary. Half of us will fade away.
Just saying.
On Monday morning.
Unfortunately, though, it will be the sort of thing where half of the universe probably would want to not exist anymore if he gets it.
If it can be,
imagine?
I was going to say the half of the universe that are Patriots fans, but there can't be that many.
10.
Can you imagine
10 fans in the entire
if
world.
he gets another ring?
He's not. The Rams are going to.
So you said this to
through.
me earlier, didn't
Yeah.
you? You've turned
had to.
tail.
If you crunch the numbers,
You've turned
I've had
tail
to
and you've
invest.
decided the Rams can do it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, no, they
Got
can't.
to-
They categorically
got
cannot
to
beat the
believe.
Patriots.
You've seen all those films like at Christmas where you need people to believe in Santa so that he can finish his delivery missions.
Okay.
It's like
Just
the Rams
think.
need us to believe.
strong defense. Bear in mind, I think it could even be as simple as if Tom Brady gets sacked once,
He'll cry.
it will affect him for the rest of the game, and there's a lot of edge rushers who can get to him. So it's just whether his offensive line can hold up, basically. So how are we doing this preview?
I have no idea. I've literally just realised that I haven't planned anything.
I can talk through.
I was like, it's the Rams versus the Patriots.
Do you know what I was thinking? I was thinking
You're thinking, which point do you go to bed
during the
On Sunday
during the-
night.
during the Super Bowl?
I will not be going to bed until it's finished.
Oh God, you're one of them.
I was thinking we could do a brief
Coin flip.
sojourn into the money-making side of the Super Bowl.
The bets.
The decent bet that we can see.
Well, this is where I lose all my money. Mana.
So, for example, on the Sky Bet at the moment, they're doing something called commentator bingo.
Oh,
So you can back things that will be said by the commentators during the during the game. So, let's have a look.
What do we have?
What do we have here? American football. Super Bowl 53 commentator bingo and novelty specials. Yes, please. Right.
I don't want to agree to that, though. I don't want to agree.
You have to.
But every app that has tried to get me to agree to the privacy policy, I have deleted.
So, you
need to.
Information around all of these following bets is the market will be settled on exact phrases said by the commentator Jim Nantz or Tony Romo during Super Bowl 53. Exact phrases must be said between kick-off and the game clock expiring. Words said before kick-off or after the game has finished will not count. Words said by anyone other than Nantz and Romo will not count. Studio coverage or sideline reporters do not count. Will be settled off Sky Sports main event.
Okay.
So technically, you could argue that if you're watching the BBC coverage and something happens in a break that Sky Sports is in and they've not got back to it early enough, which would never happen, they could argue that they can get away with not paying out on that. Right. Super Bowl commentator bingo. You can get 500 to 1 on them to say the word touchdown. So if you put £1 on, you will get less than a penny back or something like that. I can't even work out how much that is. You'd basically need to put £500 to get £1 back.
Yeah, that's maybe not worth it. Guaranteed win.
I quite like this one. 1 to 66, New Orleans. That's not a hot button issue at all, is it?
No.
1 to 50, Adam Vinatieri.
See, it's like red zone. Oh, because they're not going to say
1 to 50.
red zone.
The Patriots are approaching the red zone.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 36. I'm assuming that will be when the
Rams play
the Patriots and the Patriots beat them.
When Brady
Pocket.
got
33.
1 to 33. Zone.
Right, let's have a look.
Where are the good ones?
Let's have a look at the ones that are at the higher end of the spectrum.
You want 1 to 10. Kurt Warner.
Oh my word. Amazing. 100 to 1. You've got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. It's a bit of World in Motion by New Order, which was the England World Cup 1990 football song.
Okay.
And it's the bit that John Barnes was singing.
Football's coming home?
Football's coming home. Interesting. They think it's all over. It is now. Interesting.
No.
I'll tell you something.
Holy macaroni.
Oh, that could come up.
So, the 33 to 1 shots, Cry Me a River.
Oh.
I quite like that because Justin Timberlake is involved.
Yeah, so the one at the top is that the commentators say Justin Timberlake, Maroon 5 and Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
It's like, probably going to happen.
But maybe it's not then. Maybe it's just Maroon 5 and the other two aren't actually there.
I'm definitely putting
they've
£1
been
on
there
the
before,
50 to 1 bet that somebody says Bill Belichick. Because, you know, it's going to be worth seeing that guy get assassinated.
Ooh, hello. Brexit, 25 to 1. I suppose they could, if they basically go with, for all our UK-based viewers, happy Brexit times. But fumble, 25 to 1, excellent.
Fumblerooski, 8 to 1.
Unbelievable. Smash Mouth Football, 3 to 1.
U2, 6 to 1.
Romo Stradamus, oh dear, 3 to 1.
Lives and breathes football.
So this,
Like the Panas.
I believe so. So this is one of those things that Steve potentially has to do when he's setting odds for things. He has to go through and sometimes give these options.
Wow. Jason Witten. Now, do you suppose they'll mention Jason Witten because he broke the trophy?
What?
There was something about he broke the Pro Bowl trophy when he was handing it over. I meant to watch it, but I didn't get the chance.
Way. That's amazing.
SpongeBob, 15 to 8.
I imagine they'll say Jason Witten because Romo's like his best mate, isn't he? So he'll be saying, "Oh, you know, me and Jason, excuse me, when me and Jason were just, rocking out and getting things sorted.
Baker Mayfield,
Did I
Hail
miss anything
Mary.
good?
You missed SpongeBob is 15-8 chance. I was saying about Jason Witten, because Jason Witten's an option, and I was like, do you suppose they'll mention that he broke the Pro Bowl trophy? Because I saw something that I didn't actually look at, so I could be completely wrong, but I saw something about him handing over the trophy and broke it.
Wow.
Right, so that's enough of the novelty ones, I think, because the rest of them are all like
Malcolm
even
Butler.
money or worse. So, if we just go to the actual game itself, the Patriots, surprise, surprise, start the match as favourites. They are 8-11 to win the match.
You do surprise me.
The Los Angeles Rams are 11-10. On the handicap, the New England Patriots are a 2.5 point favourite. So just less than a touchdown. Let's look at some first touchdown markets. Right then. Who do we suspect is the favourite for the first touchdown?
Edelman. Gronk.
Julian Edelman, 11-1. I'm quite tempted by that personally. No, the favourite is an 11-2 shot.
Yeah.
Some might say he's in this room with us.
Some might say that.
Isn't he, Todd?
Isn't he, Todd?
Todd Gurley,
Interesting.
11-2, favourite for the first touchdown. Followed quite closely by Sonny Michel, who I believe has 5 touchdowns in the postseason already. Something like that. So he's riding a bit of a hot streak. I think my money personally would be on Josh. Julian Edelman. He's having a bit. He comes alive in the postseason.
He really does. And as far as Patriots and Super Bowls go, he never gets enough credit for the role he plays in that team when they go to the Super Bowl. It's weird. It's like he's invisible in some senses. It's like he essentially wins the games for them, and then they're like, Julian who again?
Moving on, we'll go to the MVP betting odds. Who do we suspect might be the favourite for the MVP?
Oh, I wonder who that might be. Do we suppose it's going to be
Bill Belichick? Correct. Yes. It is. No, it's Mr. Thomas Bradius.
No.
10-11, so he's better. He's worse than even money. The next favourite is Jared Goff at 9-4. Then there's the two interesting ones for me. Todd Gurley 14-1.
Mm-hmm.
If he has a big day, gets a few touchdowns, you never know, he could win it. Or where my money would be.
I was going to say I have somebody in mind.
Is it Aaron Donald?
Oh no.
Oh. So Aaron Donald, I think if he gets to Brady, shuts him down, we could be in for a bit of a defensive game rather than anything else. And I think the last defensive player to win the MVP would have been Von Miller. So potentially, who's your guy? You've got in mind?
Cooks.
Yeah,
Brandon Cooks.
You're thinking Cooks.
50-1.
Ooh. But that's where I'd go somewhere a bit on the periphery.
There's no one else really that sort of like jumps off the page as a decent shout. I mean, Edelman's 50-1, Gronk 66-1, but they'd need to have huge games for him to win it. And Ndamukong Suh, you could argue maybe if he gets a couple of sacks, a couple of fumbles, a couple of touchdowns even. Who knows? So MVP standard.
Snooze-a-dillic.
What about like the real question there?
What colour is the Gatorade
Yeah.
going to be?
Right,
That's
let's
the
see
real
if the
question.
Gatorade shower is possible to be bet on.
It is every year, and I put
Sometimes
the
it
same
doesn't
money
come
on the
out
same
until
one.
the game.
Yeah,
Like
I think
day of the
that's in
game.
case they decide to not go with Gatorade just for some weird reason.
Under specials, they've just got either CJ Anderson or Todd Gurley to score the first touchdown at 5-2. Quite like that. It's nice. It's nice.
Just a little slice of that.
Uh,
Sorry, I was doing all. I was
Early.
getting my early bets in. I've put an absolute corker on. It's going to return a lot of money.
Are you going to share?
winning coach, Gatorade shower colour. Right, what we're going as the favourite?
I can't tell you, I'm afraid. Oh, the favourite will be orange.
Orange, 3-1. Not the favourite.
Green.
Green/lime, 8-1. One of the higher odds.
Red.
6-1.
Blue.
4-1. The favourite is a 15-8 shot.
Purple.
Purple is 12-1.
Or clear.
Clear/water, 15-8. You could also have yellow, 3-1. I believe that is all the colours. Now there's one that sometimes some of my mates bet on. Length of the national anthem.
That's a common one to bet on.
So the line is exactly 1 minute and 49 seconds. 1 minute 49.5 seconds is the line, so you can either back under or over that, and either way you'll get odds of 10-11. It will be settled on national anthem time from start of first word sung "Oh" to end of last word sung "Brave."
Oh, brave. Can you see?
It's just clocked in at a massive
1.3
seconds. I mean, national anthem specials.
Someone's
Gladys Knight to sing national anthem in a New England Patriots jersey. Gladys Knight to sing national anthem in an LA Rams jersey.
Ooh.
Adam Levine to join Gladys Knight on stage for national anthem. Must sing along. 25-1.
Well, sometimes you wonder where do these bets come from?
People sit there and literally compile them.
So someone's just made that up. And like, but what's the actual odds? Of...
Request bet specials. Donald Trump to congratulate the winning team via Twitter. 1-6.
Donald Trump to try and get onto the podium.
Donald Trump
to receive
not to congratulate the winning team via Twitter. 4-1. Donald Trump to accidentally blow up the entire universe during the course of the game. 7-2.
What's that film where there's a football field that's like falling apart?
The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, is it Giant Stadium that he's blowing up? Or it's just like sort of blowing up?
I think it's supposed to be Gotham Stadium.
But it was the Giant Stadium, I think.
Yeah.
Are we done with bets?
You had a load of stuff for us. There was no quiz this week.
No quiz there.
She's phoning it in this week.
No, instead of the quiz, we have a list
In
of
Here we go.
predictions.
In lieu of a quiz, there are predictions o'clock.
Some might say bet on.
Is it predictions that maybe more than 3 people will be making?
Like?
I don't know, because there's a somewhat of a special guest.
Fourth person there.
He might be getting picked up ever so slightly by that camera right there. There we go. Welcome, James.
He will be betting on the Alabama Shithawks to win.
He's not Sam.
It's my new favourite team.
The Alabama Shithawks.
I think it's currently the only team I know.
Yep.
Hello, by the way.
Oh, look at this. He's in. He's in, and he's got to give predictions as well.
Yeah.
With the lack of knowledge, it could be incredible.
And if you lose,
this will be like, oh my god, this will be like you. This will be like you doing the football
My
stuff.
predictions for the football stuff, which I'm pretty sure I'm winning.
Do you want to give us a score?
Eminence to score twice.
Johnny Cash
and Ozzy Osbourne. Every week from at a time.
We'll come on to that in the football podcast, but the one week that Guardiola scores, I don't have him picked. What a knobhead. More about that later on. You were thinking the exact same thing, weren't you?
That's the first week that I didn't pick all your cash and they scored. He got cash. He
got cash.
He just
cashed in on that one. Right.
Anyway,
what are these predictions?
Right.
We're going to come back to number 1.
Is it Super Bowl
winning team? I was like, I ruined it. Right.
So we'll end with that one.
Yes. So number 1, new number 1. Who's going to win the opening coin toss?
Right. The team that wins.
Does someone just want to tell me the teams?
The Los Angeles Rams. And the
New England Patriots.
Definitely not this team.
Go.
You see, smart money says.
I don't. I'd love to know where he's going to justify
So
this.
the smartest thing to do in a American football game, the coin toss, is if you win to defer. So You give the other team the ball to start the game, because no matter what happens when you come back at the beginning of the second half, you will always start with the ball. Problem being is, I'm like, what are the chances that the Rams win the coin toss and take the ball? So put me down. Rams win the coin toss, and as a little side bet, a little side action for you, JP, they also take the ball.
Okay.
So what
That's the dumbest move.
So you're thinking that regardless of who wins the toss, the Rams are going to have the first drive.
Yes.
Okay.
And that means that they will hands down lose that game.
Could he be any more negative?
Yes, let me demonstrate.
I'll go because he's gone one way. I'll go for the Pats to win the toss.
Okay.
And then me to argue it. Okay. Do you like that? Do you like that wordplay, James?
I did. Patriots.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
No
the
doubt.
smart money indicates.
The smart money sense. Patriots.
What I want to, so I came in here this evening a while. I was like, right, I'll get the helmet, and then we can hold the helmets like it's like the helmet's going
and then
head to head.
Don't have a Patriots helmet, do you?
You don't have a Patriots helmet. Sling it.
Do you even have? I don't think you've got a single helmet from their division, have you? Because you haven't got a Jets helmet, you haven't got a Dolphins helmet, and you haven't got a Bills helmet. God damn it, man!
Nope. Right. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Well, you're wrong, because tails never fails. Leanna's surreptitiously not giving us her prediction there.
Oh, I went with Patriots.
She's stealing predictions.
Yeah.
So that
Heads.
she knows what to bet on.
Yeah.
That
Heads.
Sky Bet account's getting.
Am I the only one who's backed certain things here?
No.
Yeah, I was the only one with tails.
In that one, yeah. I
There
thought
you
you
go.
meant both. First team score.
Rams. With either CJ Anderson or Tom Gurley rushing it in for the first touchdown to win me £5 or whatever it is. I'm going to bet.
I agree that it will be the Rams to score first, to put everyone into that false sense of security that they might have a chance of winning.
So you're going for final score being Rams 7, Patriots 82 or something like that.
By the end of the first, I'm saying this now, by the end of the first half, the Patriots will have double the Rams score.
That could just be 14-7.
It could be 14-7. But they will go on to double that.
Just briefly going back to the betting, last year both me and my friend had a little bit of action of points to be scored by both teams in all quarters, and I believe it was 20-1, and it hit, and he won £100. So let me carry on with the thing, and I'll see
First
if I can
team
find
score?
it.
Well, Rams, I think. Doesn't it make sense that they've got
If they
more
get the
chance
ball
to score if they've got the ball?
Problem you've got is that their quarterback's going to be bricking it.
Oh, everyone's... I completely forgot everyone's favourite bet. First scoring play to be a safety. 80-1.
I'll have a slice of that. Because the 1 year I didn't.
I've gone with the Pats, so I'm working on the basis that if the Rams take the ball, then
So what was this? Sorry, first team to score.
First team. Let's go.
then they don't get anything.
Save money.
Game MVP.
Tom Brady.
Don't say that.
No?
He has to, doesn't he? Because he's, painted himself into a corner.
Yeah, he will already be MVP.
He's already got it. He's already bought off the rep.
I mean, I don't understand. Minimum viable product.
Way no. This is where.
But I do the opposite at work every time. Most
Yeah,
valuable player.
That's what he does.
I had the exact same response. MVP. Put me down for Aaron Donald. I think if he has like I said before, if he has a big game, if the defense steps up, he could be the man.
Are you saying Brady?
Yes. He's already been given it.
A lack of knowledge here.
So
Goff.
Brady.
it usually goes.
Who's going to be the quarterback?
It's
And he's gonna be
normally
the story,
the
innit?
quarterback unless another guy on the team has a massive game.
So Brady.
Put me down as a side bet, honorary MVP, Kevin Hart.
Have I just missed something?
He tried to get onto the
He
field
tried to
last
get
year, didn't he?
onto the
got
podium.
to-
Because hasn't he got a small stake in the club? Or
Probably
whoever
by
was
now.
That's where
The
he's from.
Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from Philly?
He's got some
Ah,
stake
right,
in
okay.
it.
His
so
last
got
special
pissed off
was
and thought he had a right to be on the
Philadelphia
field
Eagles
with the
stake.
Right,
And
okay.
it was
I did
fun.
not
There's
know
loads of
this.
videos. He's like well
We covered
embarrassed
this
about
on
it, isn't
something
he?
else, didn't we?
Yeah, he was out of his
But
mind.
the worst
drunk.
thing was that he was being nudged, saying, Kev,
Kev, come
take
to have a
the-
picture with the
take
trophy. And he's like,
yeah.
no, I've got to get up there. I've got to go and lift the trophy for Philadelphia. But he's like, you don't understand what it's like when you turn to your wife in the box, like obviously, it's, famous and stuff, and go, I got to go and lift the trophy. And she's like, what? And he just walks over. And anybody that tried to stop him, he was like, it's all right, I'm Kevin Hart. And it was only
Kevin Hart owner.
it was only the last guy who's on the pitch who's going, hang on a minute, no!
By the time it had all kicked off, hadn't they already started walking back past him to
Yeah.
leave the
More
pitch or
than
something?
likely. Yeah, not surprised.
Nah.
Are you
So
putting a player in for MVP?
He went for Brady.
Brady.
I think.
Brady.
You're going to go Jared Goff, aren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'll have to stand my ground and put Cooks in.
Ooh!
It's valid.
Interesting.
I think it's
Nice.
valid.
I don't think a wide receiver's won it for ages.
I can't imagine he will, but... first team to score a touchdown.
Rams.
They might have scored a
CJ
field
Anderson
goal.
or Todd Gurley?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still. I've made my bed now, so I'll lie in it.
Okay. Is that...
Rams make sense.
Say it with conviction, just like, yep, exactly
I'm
what
going to
you
have to go with
said.
Pats.
Oh, the Patriots have kicked it off and it's been returned for a touchdown. Yeah!
Will there be a touchdown from more than 45 yards?
No.
No.
I am also saying no.
Short field scores, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be real short runs.
More than 45 yards for passing touchdown?
I'm going to need some help on this one. I don't know if that's...
You going with
That's
that?
almost half the
So
length of
basically,
the field.
you'd either need a running back to break through the line and run for nearly 50 yards, or a quarterback to just bomb it, and the guy to get it and then just run it into the end zone.
Then no.
No.
Smart money, sir.
Oh my god, can you imagine if the first play, they have to run it from the 2. They run it from the 2, they give it to Todd Gurley and he just basically goes, "Bah!" and just runs 98 yards.
Brand new beast.
I'm going with yes. I can see that happen.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley just goes,
Seen
"Yeah."
Field goal, more than 45 yards?
I'm going to go yes.
I am also going to go yes because I think that looking at this season, there is a very high chance that that's the play it will come down to.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Given how kickers have been this season,
It
that-
will either be won or
there's
lost.
an outside bet
on
for
a field
MVP.
goal.
If one of the kickers, Greg the Leg, if he's like nailing field goals from 60
61-yarder.
yards and stuff, why not give it to Greg?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes or no? Field goal from more than 45 yards? We've all said yes.
If it puts in perspective,
I'll go no then.
it's indoors, so weather won't be an
Weather.
issue.
Oh yeah, I was
Factor.
definitely thinking about the weather right then.
It was like this.
Cocky twat.
I'm going with no.
Well, when I
You
thought
going with
wind
no?
was a factor... no.
If that game had been kicking off at Sunday at 6, it would have been a different story.
More than 100
Shut
rushing
up.
yards. Sorry, will there be a running back with more than 100?
So a player to get more than
Yeah.
100 rushing yards.
Yeah.
In the game, yeah. Yes.
You see, when you're looking at the two teams in question, the only way the other team has any kind of chance is by shutting down the running game. So, I'm going to say no.
You think the defence are going to be on?
Because let's face it, what is the one thing the Patriots are going to focus on for this game? Shutting down Todd Gurley
Yeah.
and CJ Anderson. So I think the only hope they have is to shut down the running game. Both sides.
Yeah.
No.
I'm saying yes.
Are you just saying the opposite to everyone else?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I said yes.
Then we've got the
Just
split,
go
haven't we?
mixing it up, yeah. Will there be more than 2 interceptions?
In the whole game?
Yeah.
Yes, and sadly, I think they'll both come on the same side.
The Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
From the
exactly
Rams.
what I was going to go with. I'm going to say yes, and they will both be on the Rams. But the question is more than 2 interceptions. So
Is it 2 or
2
more?
plus.
2 or more interceptions.
then yes,
Yeah,
and
I
they
think
will
so.
both be the Rams.
Although saying that, you're saying interceptions, not turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'll still say with yes.
Okay.
No.
No. My choice.
Well, Brady's very conservative with the ball. You're absolutely right, James.
I'm saying yes. I liked him. Will one of the quarterbacks... Quarterbacks? Is that what they're called?
That's
Yeah.
the right word.
Your question is
Sounded really funny. Pass for more than 300 yards.
one or both.
Yeah, either.
Well, you said that Ray's going to get MVP. Is it because he's...
Well, so to put it in
Yeah.
perspective, in last season's Super Bowl, Brady threw for over 500 yards and still didn't win the game.
505?
It was
It
a
was
record.
It was the
for
most yards he's ever
yards.
thrown for in any game he's ever played,
And
And
didn't
in
win.
any Super Bowl.
and in any Super Bowl, and he still didn't win. Ha!
Oh.
No, we don't feel sympathy for them. We never feel sympathy for them. Over 300 yards. Yeah.
But you're
Yeah.
also saying it'll be a short passing game.
No, short scoring.
Okay, yeah.
I reckon there could be some plays that are over 45 yards. I just don't think they'll be
But not scoring
touchdowns.
ones. Yeah, okay. So you're saying yes?
Yeah.
I am also saying yes. I think there's a high chance that certainly Brady's going to get over 300.
All you need is a couple of 25-yard completions.
Yeah. Even at 10 yards, you only need 30 over the entire game.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared Goff will finish the game with stats of 25 of 41
For the game?
and 365 passing yards.
That's just what I was thinking. It's the words right out of my mouth.
It must have been when you were...
It must have been love.
First team to penalty. I don't know what the correct...
To score a penalty.
No, not to score
to
a
be
penalty.
awarded a penalty.
So first team to be penalised.
Yeah.
Penal.
To make a penalty.
I'll go with the Rams just because they'll have because I think they'll have the ball first, and they could have a false start. They could have a
Holding.
could have a holding call. What's the
Defence. Number
Incorrect
40. No,
formation.
number 30. No, number 8. Number 5. What? That was the last game I watched was holding. Defence. No, offence. Number 3. 5. Hold your number up, mate. What was it again? It was 99. Wow, I was way off. So it was 99. That every single call was like player 40.
Hang on,
Player number 4.
you can call a penalty on the defense. Oh no! Change. I want to change my mind.
Oh.
I'll go for the Patriots. I'll go for them to have a neutral zone infraction or something.
Yes, it will be the Patriots, and it will be
Offside.
early doors.
Defense. Number 70.
Patriots. I haven't got anything else then. No.
Player will end up in the neutral zone.
Will either defence score?
I'll go yes to throw the money behind my Aaron Donald for MVP pick.
Is that likely normally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
when it was-
season has seen more of it.
I think when it was Denver versus the Panthers, I think the only
Denver
Team that scored
versus the Panthers.
so yeah, Denver Broncos versus the Carolina Panthers, Super Bowl 50. I think the only touchdown in the game was a defensive one. Maybe I can't remember.
I am also thinking that it's possible.
It's definitely possible.
Everything's possible. Tom Brady might get sacked 5 times and break his anus.
He falls on a boot.
Or his own
Dream.
smug sense of self-worth.
Oh, can you imagine?
I'm going with
Break
yes.
any
I'll
fall.
play the numbers and go with yes then if it's...
But it's just as
If it's rife.
you get better odds on a defensive touchdown than an offensive touchdown. Bear in mind. But it would be hilarious if Brady
Yeah,
just
but
sort of
the question's
steps
not,
back.
is there going to be more defensive touchdowns than offensive touchdowns?
That wasn't the question.
No, the question was, will they get...
Will there be a defensive touchdown?
Yeah.
I can just see it now. Brady steps back. He assesses the field.
And what, and someone comes and steals it?
He just throws it, and he just does not see Ndamukong Suh just lurking, who just goes... and then just runs it back in for a touchdown. Yeah.
Right. It's very specific.
It is very specific.
Is that what
Put me
you're
down for that
committing
as
to?
well.
Yeah.
Although I've just
Write
said
that essay.
Although I've just said Aaron Donald to be MVP, so I don't know why I'm picking Ndamukong Suh to be scoring touchdowns left, right, and centre. Tosser.
Will
Carry
there
on.
be more than 25 points by half-time in total?
In total, yes. Because it'll be...
14-7. That's still 21 points.
Good maths there.
Actually, yeah, that's a good point. No, then.
No.
Because the score at half-time will be 14-7.
Okay.
He's given a specific score.
Twice now.
Do you know what? I'm going to go also no,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to go for the half-time score to be 9-6.
Okay. 2.
Oh, I don't want to say
Patriots.
that.
I can't. My crystal ball doesn't take me that far, I'm afraid.
Yours is the Patriots. You're just saying...
I think I've sort of like... Did I say that a touchdown would be scored on the opening drive or something like that? Because if that is the case, then they're missing the point after if someone's going 9-6.
Oh, that's a separate question.
Ooh.
You could cover the... You don't have to, like, commit to one scenario.
No, but I've
All
said
your
it now,
answers there,
James.
do
It's
you?
on camera.
Did you not watch the Royal Rumble special? We
No.
basically hand wrote the entire event.
And how did that go for you?
I'm pretty sure a lot of my predictions came true.
Well, some of us only got 2 predictions over the 2 days wrong. But that's...
Not everyone can be autistic.
That's
yeah.
She's done me there.
I'm no for not more than 25 points.
I'm going to go yes.
Is there- is
High
there-
scoring game, eh?
Yeah.
Fair call. Okay, more than 50 points by full time.
No.
Yes.
No.
No?
No.
I'm going to say yes because one of the bets I've put money on is that the score will be a particular score, and that is more than 50 points.
I'm going yes. James?
Yes. Easy.
It's going to be no.
You're all going to be so
Paul
sad
said no,
when it's
so-
28-21.
Honestly, I don't care.
More than 4 sacks?
Don't write it.
In the total
In the
game.
entire game, yes.
Yeah.
Three-
Again.
3 of them on Brady. Absolutely.
You know,
not.
again.
Question.
More than 4 sacks.
Do you know what a sack is?
That's when the dude gets, like, rock speared, right?
Rock
Yes.
speared? The Rock never used to spear people.
No, he did, what did he do? It was,
Rock bottom.
no, Goldberg who did the spear. was it?
Correct.
Yeah. What did Rock do?
The people's elbow.
No, the one that
The
he
rock
used to
bottom.
take...
The rock
No,
bottom.
because the rock bottom was... What, didn't he used to, like, take someone out by diving at him a bit spear-like?
Well, he used to do like a spine buster as a setup
Spine
for the...
buster.
for the
people's
elbow.
Yeah.
Welcome to the wrestling pod.
Yeah.
I was going to say, book me now.
The
for wrestling.
crossover on this podcast is off the.
I know, it's so American right now.
Howdy, y'all!
Well, if it
more than
wasn't,
4
I'm going
sacks.
yes.
Yes, I'll go yes.
if
Again,
it wasn't,
it helps me out with Aaron Donald for being MVP.
if it was an American podcast, we wouldn't be able to breathe right now. Because apparently that's the weather warning that they have at the moment. Don't go outside. Don't breathe.
You will inhale ice crystals and your lungs
Your
will
lungs
freeze
will
and
freeze
die.
Honestly.
and you'll die.
James,
So,
4 more sacks.
Oh, sorry, I didn't give an answer to that.
No.
I just,
You just
confirmed what a sack was.
divulged.
No.
No.
and that you knew who The Rock was.
So you're thinking that the quarterbacks are going to leave the game fairly clean?
Yes.
There'll be
Well,
no
one
dirt,
of them.
there'll be no dirt on them, which would be impossible anyway because I'm pretty sure it's not turf. It's that 3G stuff.
I knew that.
More than
I never
three.
just as an aside, I never realised how thin a pitch was. It's very narrow, isn't it?
They are very narrow.
I only know this, that when you see like the
We
lines
covered this. I
on the
believe we covered it in one of the football podcasts.
Did we?
Potentially, or we might have covered it after the week that
Oh, I don't know.
the last
The week that was.
of the London games
Yeah.
was on
When Wembley was a
because
state.
Man City played Spurs at
Yeah.
Wembley on the Monday night
And it
when the
was
game had been the day
awful.
before, and it looked terrible.
Yeah. But massive amount more beyond what
Huge.
the
You
NFL
had, you had
yeah.
about a good 12 foot, I'd say, on either side of the pitch that was still there.
Yeah.
So
Unfortunately for the football, people normally stand at the side of the American football.
Yeah.
They destroyed that.
yeah, that's the thing. Sorry,
Anyway,
please carry on.
3 or more field goals.
Yes.
Not point after just the field goal bit.
No.
No?
All touchdowns.
Yeah, those.
Excellent.
2 field goals. Potentially.
I think the Rams are going to need a fair amount
Greg, the
of
leg.
Yeah. I'm going to say yes. 'Cause I think that's going to be a lad. It's going to make up a lot.
Gregory
of that
Leggery.
scoring play.
I'm going yes as well.
You're so wrong, James.
The final score will be within plus or minus 4 points.
You mean
The losing
close
team will,
game?
So the losing team will be within 4 points, yes or no?
I think I know where Andy's going with this one.
So I've said under 50 points.
I'll go no.
Given the fact that we've discussed that it could come down to a field goal, I'm going to go with yes, because I reckon the team that wins it could win it by 3.
Yeah.
I have also put money on it to be within 3 points, so
Okay.
I'm going to say yes.
What happened to this 14-7 at half time and even more at full time?
You told me I didn't have to stick with one track. That is what I'm doing.
That's true.
And it's still
Cover your
friendly.
bets.
I'm covering all the bets. Whew.
All bases.
I'll have money on all the bets, even if it's a penny.
I'm going to say no. Rams are going to win by at least 7.
Oh my god, can you imagine if after all this the Rams end up winning it like 50-6?
I have said, and I just want to clear this up. I just want this to be
Give me
on
the
record that if the Rams win, I will be the first person cheering and celebrating and very, very happy
Whilst wearing that shirt.
whilst wearing this. But
Burning an
I am
effigy of Brady.
I am a realist, people.
Wow!
You're not a realist.
You're also a pessimistic
You're
bastard.
a pessimist, yeah.
I like to refer to myself as a realist.
Oh my.
You're a pessimistic realist.
Yeah.
I'm an optimistic realist.
Optimist, dreamer. Decide.
Quarterback to score a touchdown.
As in Rush won it.
Rushing touchdown.
Oh my god.
No.
Was it in the Super Bowl last
Yes,
year where
sorry,
he received his own pass?
What?
He threw it and it got batted up in the air. He caught it and ran it in for a
Oh, I
touchdown.
thought he'd gone for an audacious.
No, he didn't. He didn't do a Mr. Perfect. That was apparently one of the vignettes when Mr. Perfect first came into the WWF. They showed him throwing a ball, and they went, "Wait till you see this." And he got on the back. It was like, "Oh, fuck off, man." I don't know if it was in the Super Bowl or was it just in one of the playoff games, but I'm pretty sure it was Foles, and he threw it and it got batted up in the air. He caught it and then just ran it in because there was no different.
It wouldn't be. I feel like it wouldn't be right if the Patriots didn't do their
If Tom Brady scores,
Tom Brady play.
yeah, because that well, I'd completely forgotten about the Philly special when Foles scored a receiving touchdown.
Yeah.
So I suppose technically you could have a receiving touchdown if they do a trick play. Oh, part of me really wants to say yes, but it's so unlikely. Put me on for yes.
I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say that it's Jared Goff that scores.
Runs one in.
Yeah, I think they're going to go. It'll be 3rd and goal, and it'll be a situation where the Patriots will work on the principle. It's going to be hand off to Gurley, pass it to whoever, and they're going to take them that way, and Goff's just going to run it the other way, just run in.
Oh God, if he bootlegs, that'll be amazing.
I'm going to go with no. Because I think they might try it, but it won't It won't come off. No.
No.
Big
Doesn't
no.
see it. Doesn't see it. The big man. Does not see it happening.
Right, last couple. Missed field goal or point after? Yes or no?
Given how the season's gone, you'd imagine it'd be yes. But because it's in a dome, and it takes all the weather implications out of it, I'll go with no.
And the two teams we're talking about.
See, I was going to go with, it's going to be yes, but you have both got very valid points. As in, both those teams are not missing field goals. And
Goskowski was earlier in the season.
when you put Greg the Leg, because I would have picked the Rams to miss a point after or to miss a field goal, which would lose them the game. It's Greg the Leg, though, isn't it?
You've arguably got
He'll miss it if it's like 12
Massive.
yards.
12
or
yards,
something,
yeah.
you've got arguably the best kicker in the league in Zerline,
Yeah.
and one of the more consistent kickers in Goskowski.
Yeah.
So I'll say no.
Yeah.
No.
I am against part of my better judgment. I'm also going to say no.
No.
I don't think.
I don't understand the question.
Will they miss if they kick the ball?
But what's it mean point after?
So if
So
you
you
score a
score a
touchdown,
touchdown, you get 6 points, and then you have to kick the ball through the uprights.
Oh, so you mean that or a genuine...
yeah. So
Are they
anytime,
going to miss one?
so if they kick for the posts,
The conversion.
yeah, if you want to class it
Oh,
that way.
penalty. Yeah, got you.
Will they miss?
Yeah, one of them's going to get missed, isn't it? Yeah.
I think you've got a point. I agree. Yes. Okay, so final one. Well, second to final one. Who's going to win?
The Rams.
Patriots.
The Rams 24-21.
I just ruined my last question.
Oh, so
What's the score? The New England Patriots will win the game, and they will win it.
He's going to further ruin the last question now then. I still didn't last question.
30-14.
you said over 50 points.
It's not.
I'm
It's not
I'm
going with the same
James
story.
rule.
Yeah, you got to mix
Mixing
it up, then you got more
mix
chance
it
of
up. That
winning.
way you got to spread.
No, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, do you?
Exactly.
Yes,
you put
that's the safest way to
You put
do
your
things.
eggs in the pan. You put your eggs in your sandwich. You put your eggs in
Pockets.
your pocket.
Probably
100-year eggs.
Hat.
Who's going to win?
Wallet.
Yeah.
Patriots.
Boo.
All day long.
He knows. He knows.
Final score.
Oh, final score.
Technically, the question was
2-1.
total points.
And there's the score
scored.
first.
This is where Autistic Boy's going to tell me that's not achievable, that score, because you can't get this combination of points or something. But I'm going to go for 39-21.
I think that, most scores are achieved.
Most of it.
It's just the really low ones that there'll be.
So the minimum you can score in any game is obviously 0, but
Yeah.
the next
Can
is
you
2.
get? Can you get one?
You can't score 1, but you can
So
score
field
2.
goals 2.
No. A safety is 2,
All right.
and a field goal is 3.
Right. Okay.
So technically 2 is the minimum you could finish on.
That'd be an incredible game, wouldn't it? A
If the
2-0 win.
If the Patriots only get a safety, I will piss my pants.
If the
Without the
Patriots,
going to
if
safety.
the Patriots only get a safety,
I've
I will
written-
also piss Paul's pants.
I've written these scores down, but now they're confusing. So you
Sounds
said
perfect.
30-14, but to the Patriots, and you said 24-21, but to the Rams,
Yes.
and you said 39-21 to the Patriots,
yes.
and I'm saying 31-28 to the Rams.
He's playing it with the. I'll bet against the team I don't want to win,
Yeah,
so I'm happy
yeah.
either
For the last
way.
few weeks,
Reverse
I've been
psychology.
reverse psychology the shit out of this, and it's been quite. It's been a lot more successful than when I was like rooting for teams and stuff. Was that everything you had for this week?
It is.
So we'll wrap it. Obviously, the next game is the big one, biggest sporting event in history, in all of history.
Of the year. so far.
It's the classic American thing of the world champions are going to be crowned.
champions.
Always come from America. So that's a bit weird.
No. Next year it could be world champions with when there's a British team.
So yeah,
the London.
So enjoy the Super Bowl. Comment.
Send us messages.
If you've got thoughts on
get on
winners,
the Twitter.
If you have predictions that you want to share with us, please comment, tweet. That probably means you, Stu.
Yes, Stu.
Send us your recommendations on
which bets
place to put your money.
Yeah, yes. Where should I put my money? This is the only time of year
under the mattress.
I was just going to say inside the mattress. Yes, or a hooker's man. What? See
wow.
What? It's taking a dark turn.
Yeah. Tried and tested.
It's time to turn the cameras off, Andrew.
It is.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. We need to end this one just with a fake.
I caught it just before it. It's not the audio,
Got the audio quick.
So there you go. What do you think of that? Week 21 in the bag and the Super Bowl's looming. What do you reckon? Have the Rams got a chance? Are they going to take the Patriots to town? I don't know. All you YouTube watchers, if you're not subscribers, make yourself a subscriber. For everyone, they should all jump over to thecookiecast.com, check us out on our social media feeds, check out our email address, and then send us an email. So yeah, next time we'll be reviewing the Super Bowl and the season will be well and truly over. But until then, I'm going to say bye-bye and I'll see you then. Bye.